Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lois. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, good job. Hi again, students. Today's little clip is all about fixing those 5 most common mistakes that you might be making that might be just holding you back in getting to where you want to with your singing and your singing practice. So we all have these little foibles, these little things, and it's just a good idea to have your attention drawn to them sometimes. So these are the 5 most common things that are going wrong in people singing when they come to my studio. So the first thing is, are you a throat clearer? Lots of people do this. Sometimes it's because you've had a cold and you've got a little bit of gunk going on around the cords. And I hear a lot of people who do before they sing. And sometimes they get to the end of a phrase and do another before they start the next phrase. Now, the more you clear your throat, the more that becomes a habit, the more gunk your body is going to produce to send to your throat to protect it from whatever you're telling your brain is going wrong there. So every time you clear your throat, you're just going to get more of the gunk that you're trying to clear. So just try and iron that out as a habit. Okay, just get rid of it. It's not serving you any purpose. The thing to do instead, have a swallow. So whether that's some water or a piece of apple or some juice or something, just swallow. Even your own saliva is better than, okay, so just get out of the habit of doing it. It's really going to be holding you back. The second thing is, a lot of us reach with our chin when we're going for a particular note. So if we're going for a high note, we reach up with our chin. And then we get all this tension here, because as soon as you do that, your body's working hard to stabilize itself because you've moved your center of gravity. So if you just stand properly, so adjust your posture to what you know is a really good singing posture, and then stick your chin in the air, and you'll feel that your tummy muscles all start working to stabilize yourself. And you'll feel these muscles here start working, trying to stabilize what's going on with your head. And in turn, that really mucks up your larynx, which is now stuck, can't move. So what you need to do is keep long through the back of the neck, keep that good long tall posture, and keep your chin parallel with the floor. And so if you're going for, we're doing happy birthday, so it's a useful one, everybody knows it. Happy birthday. That's the bit where everybody does happy birthday, because they're reaching to try and find that high note. Just keep long through the back of the neck. Keep the chin parallel with the floor. Happy birthday. And then your larynx can stay free and floating exactly how it needs to be. The other thing we can do when we're digging with our chins is digging for the low notes. Happy birthday to you. Ha. And again, you're just really affecting your center of gravity and really upsetting your larynx. It doesn't like to be squashed like that. And it actually makes those notes harder to find than if you just keep your chin parallel with the floor. So that was number 2. Just observe what's happening with your chin. Third thing is, students will come sometimes and they are not fully warmed up and they're not really engaging with their body. So whether it's an online lesson or a face-to-face lesson, it's a really good idea to have done some vocalizing before you even get into the room. Your teacher will take you through exercises as well, and that's great, but just never sing full on if you haven't warmed up, because it is muscular, so you've got to look after the mechanism that makes your voice work. So always do some engagement exercises like the shh, shh, shh to get the body working, and do some breathing exercises to get your breath flow working. So quick inhalations and long exhalations are really good. And then some humming and some sirens and all the usual things. You know the drill. We just are a little bit lazy or a little bit rushed sometimes, and we want to get into the singing and we forget to spend as much time on the warm-up as we should. So get the body engaged, get some warm-ups done, then you'll be in the best position for singing and singing really, really well. Next thing that might be something that's affecting your singing is scooping up to the notes. So If you maybe think you have a problem with flat singing, then just think about how you approach where you place the consonants for those notes. So if we do happy birthday, you can see, or you should be able to see and hear, that I'm really pitching my consonants on the notes. Happy birthday. Now, if I don't pay attention to how I pitch those consonants, happy birthday, it's all a little bit scoopy and a bit slidey, and it's really difficult to distinguish the different pitches that I'm attempting to sing. So if you really want to clear up your pitching, then really focus on how you pitch your consonants. And then finally, this is a tricky one. So this is what we talk about, north-south orientation rather than east-west orientation for your mouth. So when you're singing, what you want to do is to be able to drop your jaw so that this is all free here, and you've got lots of resonating space inside your mouth. So if you think about a yawn, that's our perfect resonating space. Now, most of our vowels fit into that space. R, E, O, U, all fit into that R space. It's a little bit of a compromise, but you can make it happen. Then what happens when we have an E vowel is that we lose that lovely north-south resonant orientation with lots of space, and we go east-west. And if we go east-west on an E vowel, we're going to get a really, really horrible sound. So if I just think, I've gone east-west and it's an E. So I need to really think hard about finding the R space in there and going for the north-south orientation. So it's a bit of a compromise again. Your tongue will bunch up at the back and it will feel a little bit funny, but it will find you the space that you need to keep all of your singing in that space, the lovely resonant space, rather than some of your vowels being here and then the E vowels going there. And you end up, when you do that, you end up with two very different sounds. One is beautiful and resonant, north-south. The one east-west, not so good. So check your mouth shape, check in a mirror, film yourself, all the usual things, just to check that that orientation is as north-south as it could be. And you can practice going from R to E and back to R again. And just make sure that you're not going if you're switching between the nice north-south and then, I won't say nasty, but slightly less nice east-west, then you're going to get those two very different sounds. And actually what you want is the one beautiful resonant sound. So they were my 5 tips for fixing some of the most common mistakes that people are making with their singing. I hope you find those tips helpful today, and I hope that you're able to like and subscribe and share and click the notifications button, because I've got a whole heap more content that's coming out shortly. And as always, please, please, please leave your comments, because I really, really love hearing from you and having those wee conversations with you. Happy singing. Bye.